Well, listeners, welcome back to the show. We've got something very special for you now because, of course, GlamFest is just around the corner, and we've been chatting to some of the bands that are playing on the lineup this year. And one of the bands playing as part of this amazing lineup this year is The Cruel Intentions. And we thought we would actually get Christian from the band on the phone to chat a little bit about what you can expect from their set, but of course what you can expect from GlamFest all up. Welcome to the program, Christian.
Thank you so much. Hello, Australia. We are super excited to fly down under and play rock and roll to a land that's obviously love rock and roll. Talking about the history of music, ACDs and everything. So we are stoked. We are super excited.
So tell us a little bit about how you feel being part of this brilliant lineup. Like I said, this is an amazing lineup. There are bands on there like Lynch Mob, Slaughter, Janet Gardner. You guys must be so stoked to be part of such an amazing lineup as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We are all, everybody in the band is basically fans of just about every band on the bill. So for me, Jet Boy, obviously the Such a Trip legends, kind of like an underground band, and our friends from Heat, from the Swedish band, Swedish hard rock band. And for me, I'm a guitar player, so Josh Lynch, obviously. It's just cool to be around those, the legends themselves.
And do you know much about your Australian fans? Like, are you aware how many Aussie fans you've actually got?
I don't have any numbers to say that, but we have, obviously noticed on Instagram and Facebook, people are commenting on our posts, and several are from Australia, and that's been like that for a couple of years. So we have had a lot of requests actually from Australia, so we are super happy to finally be able to say that we are coming to play, and so yeah, there is a bunch of people actually. Surprisingly, we're happy to do that.
I have to ask, is this your first time coming to Australia?
Yeah, it is. I think it's the first time for everybody in the band to come to Australia. So just to get the opportunity to come down under and visit Australia is great in itself, and even to be playing there is even better. So this is the first time, and we can't wait.
So away from the stage, what kind of things are you looking forward to while you're down under?
Well, I think it's summer down there now. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Basically, obviously that just to get some sun and some good temperatures, because here in Norway it's snowing. I'm just looking outside my window. It's snowing, and it's in the middle of the winter, so it's cold. It's dark and it's snow, so obviously just to get some sun and see all the the sightseeings in Sydney and Brisbane and Melbourne, going to the beach, stuff like that, just soak in the culture.
Now, it's been a little while since Venomous Anonymous. Have you guys been working on some new music over the last few months, or what has been happening in the life of the band recently?
Well, yeah, we have, last year we have pretty much been playing gigs all through, from January to December. But we are obviously also started, the songwriting process. So now we are writing songs for the upcoming album, which is a long process, obviously with writing and jamming and all that stuff, and then getting it to the point that we can, start some pre-production. So we are not quite there yet for the pre-production, but we have started writing for the next album, which hopefully will come out maybe next year. I hope so.
And also, of course, you guys kind of started off in a weird way, because No Sign of Relief came out, and then not long after did the album come out, but the world went into lockdown with COVID. Did that make it a little bit of a weird start for you guys heading out, but not being able to get out there and do as many shows as you would have liked?
Yeah, that was obviously a major bummer for us, and I think everybody in the music industry who are playing music and are kind of like depending on playing music music live in front of an audience. So yeah, it was a strange time. Didn't quite know what to do now, and a lot of uncertainty. But I think we just accepted the situation, and that was around the time we started to write the songs for the next album, which was Venomous Anonymous. So we kind of used that year just to write song and rehearse, and playing music on our own in the rehearsing studio, basically. So that was what we did.
So tell us a little bit about what it's been like now, being able to get out there and play shows. Did that almost feel like a weird time when you were actually able to get back out there and start playing shows again?
Well, yeah, we were just happy to, because we had a lot of gigs and stuff booked for the Corona year, and everything kind of got postponed till the next year, and so on. So luckily for us, we had some gigs that were already booked, which got postponed, and so the gigs were kind of like stacking up. So it was kind of like a relief to just yes, okay, Corona is just about over, and we can start looking ahead to the next years, which we already had gigs booked. And then there were obviously more gigs who came up because people were anxious to start going to concerts again. So the good thing about that, there was even more concerts than usually after the Corona period. So we were just happy to be out playing again, and playing as much as possible, which was great.
Does that make tours like this to Australia that all that more important, because it gives you that opportunity to play in front of your Australian fans for the first time and give them that live experience as well?
Yeah, it's super important, and to be able to go to Australia is kind of like it feels a little bit unreal to us, because we didn't expect to go to Australia. I would say this fast. I mean, we have always kind of like we have been talking about it, and we have a lot of friends in other Scandinavian bands who have been to Australia, like Hardcore Superstar and Eclipse and all those guys, and we have talked about going, but we didn't kind of like expect to be going so soon. So we are super happy to have this opportunity to come down and play now. In just a month, or shorter than a month actually. So yeah, we are super happy just to be booked and come down there.
So I've spent the last couple of days listening to your albums back to back, and there's so many amazing tracks on these albums. How are you going to pick a set list for GlamFest? Have you already started to think about what tracks you're going to play?
Yeah, well, thank you first. That's kind of like a little bit of a challenge because we haven't played it before, so we have to. The plan is, I guess, to pick songs from both albums, and we're thinking about it, kind of like rearranging the sets for each show. So it's a little bit of a challenge because I think we have 45 minutes or 50 minutes or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but around that time on stage, because it's a festival. So there is not room for all the songs that we want, but we're gonna pick. I would say we're gonna pick the crowd pleasers, and obviously our most requested songs, and maybe a few surprises. We'll see, but we have started the process of rehearsing, obviously, and putting the set together. So we'll see, but it's a bit of a challenge to pick songs from each album.
You mentioned before that you're a fan of a few of the bands that are playing on the bill with you. What do you like when you meet your idols backstage? Are you someone that gets a little bit nervous, or do you find that generally you can sit down and have a conversation with them?
Yeah, well, it depends on the band and the people, but generally I would say that backstage and everything, it's always it's in the rock and roll people and people in rock music you seem to be always interested in music, and so you can always kind of like break the ice with just talking about music in general, or music history and everything. So for us, or for me, it's always a good time backstage, and you can just be a little bit laid back. We are all musicians. We play instruments. We can kind of like connect on that level. So that's the cool thing about playing music. You can always talk to other musicians, even if they are super famous. You have something in common. You play a music instrument. So I think it's just it's just a good time. It's the good times having a beer backstage and talk about the things that we have in common, which is music. So. But maybe if it would happen to be Mötley Crüe or Nicky Six or something like that, or Axl Rose, that would be a different, maybe I guess I would have a little bit more of a heartbeat to go up to them. But I guess that those guys are also interested in music and interested in talking. So yeah.
Now, has anyone warned you how crazy Australian music fans can be at shows? Because We've got a bit of a reputation down under here that sometimes our music fans can be a little bit crazy at shows. Have you heard much about that?
I heard a little bit, yeah. I have heard that you are very into rock and roll music, and kind of like the scene is very alive down there, and so I don't know quite what to expect, but I've heard that I know a couple of guys from other bands in Australia, so. And I'm a big fan of Airborne also, and those guys seem pretty crazy. So if everybody is enjoying, having a beer and enjoying rock music as much as them, I guess we're up to some crazy scenes from the audience, which is good. So, I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, Christian,
absolutely.
We are very, very, very excited that you guys are heading down under. We're going to take a listen to another one of your tracks right now on our show, but what would you like to say to everybody out there before they go out and grab tickets to see you guys play at GlamFest?
I would say that, we are super excited to come down there, and we're going to deliver, what we do best, which is high energy rock and roll music, feel good rock and roll that you can sing along to, have a couple or several beers to, and it's all about a good time and enjoying the moments. So we come and see us, and I think you would not regret that. So we can't wait. We are super excited. Can't just wait to get on the plane and take a guitar and play, basically. So